Good evening. We are the nerds behind Diced Coffee. We are back with our Call of Cthulhu stream, Shadows of Jericho. Tonight is episode 4, entitled Screams Unheard. Before we begin, let's meet our investigators.
Hi, my name is Jay and I'm playing Kore.
Hi, I'm Audrey and I play Wonvu.
Okay, so where we left off, Wonvu went home after all of you have decided to tell Mr. Westway what you believe happened to his daughter. You are fairly confident. You're not the police. You don't need to collect undeniable evidence. But Wonvu discovered something very strange the night before. So strange that he had decided to give Kore a call to meet up in the morning at the Spades Diner. We'll pick up the scenario at that morning as Kore enjoys her usual order for breakfast. Moments later,
Coffee.
as you have coffee, have your breakfast, Wonvu arrives a little bit possibly confused, possibly unaware of what's going on, and you have expected this, but you didn't. Kore, you did not expect how bewildered he would be today. And Wonvu, you sit.
I'm a little bewildered right now, I guess.
Wonvu, you sit across the table from Kore.
Hey. Dude.
Wonvu, you look like shit. What's wrong?
Come on, look like shit all the time. I do sometimes. Nala.
Could be worse. Could be worse. Is something wrong? Why did you call me up so early in the morning? I thought we're already done with the investigation or whatever you call it.
Oh yeah, but this is something, this is just something that I need to look a little more into. It was case, you can say a case from my past. And I just need a little help with it. I looked into the They book, and
Yep.
is that something about? I just might have missed something. It's changed, so I think you might help me with that.
Miss what exactly?
Involves the disappearance of. Oh, I hope you can help me with that.
Disappearance. It's just a hunch, but is it related to the things that we've seen the past few days?
Not sure. But I did try to look into it through those weird ass books, so it might be. But I'm just hoping it's not.
Yeah. Would you mind if I borrow that book?
I'm gonna nod and I'm gonna hand over the book. The They book.
Yes. You have the same leather-bound, very old book. What would you like to do with it?
I am going to whisper quietly so Wonvu won't hear. Marcella.
You whisper the name. The book writes itself, its history, some things you know, some things you're only hearing of for the first time. The book is written or pre-written, and writing itself, it has not ended yet. The book tells of a story of this girl, Lucilla, safe in her home, living her life. It doesn't look like anything strange is happening. Now, what occurs to you with this book is that it doesn't seem to predict too far into the future. You only see half of the book, and that book predicts a few days forward she's gonna have some bad luck, have some good luck. Everything seems like normal. Doesn't seem like anything's out of place with her. Now, as a contrast to everything you've noticed with the book, when you give a name that of a person that like Arthur Westway or Aaron Stone, the book ends on the last page with a detail of their death. So it kind of tells you that maybe she's not going to die anytime soon.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, what do you need from me? Do you need to break into some place or the usual?
Well, I'm not exactly sure how to start with this. I'm just thinking that me with as a friend, maybe I might need you for something. If you tag along, that would be great as well. It's just to tell you that I need you at arm's reach.
I'm with you. We've been through a lot of weird shit, and, yeah, I'm with you.
Right, so basically when I looked into the book last me
Yeah, I think you're lagging.
ano ba? It up with specified people. After that, technically it's still being written, but it stops there. Like it cannot track.
I believe Wonvu is trying to say that the person she was looking for in the book
Wait,
was written. It was there, it was written, but it does not see too far into the future like most other people in the book. It ends abruptly, and it ends vaguely.
Okay.
Specific to the
And you
person
want to
she's
find
looking for.
this person?
sorry, what did you ask?
And you want to find this person?
Yeah, I want to find her. Them. Yeah, this person. Like a little bit aloof, just talking about this person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I'll see what I can do. Just give me a name and I'll ask some of my connections if they've heard of that person.
Yeah. I'm just gonna write, I'm just gonna pull out like a piece of paper. Then I'm going to write the name just over. It's folded and all.
Yep, I'll pick up the name and I'll read it.
What is the name that she reads?
Rabinovich.
Would you mind if I ask a few people about this?
It's fine. I did ask for your help, so.
I mean, it's a start. I'm going to text my
Anyone?
informant, ask if he knows anyone.
You're going to ask, if you're asking for a specific name like that, wouldn't seem like anyone has seen anything. It's one name in a large city.
Well, I don't think they know. Where was the last time you saw this person?
Specified in the book, or even to my memory, what was the last place she went to?
The last thing you remember was she was going on a business trip. That's all you had.
Just me that she was going somewhere up with people, maybe on the business. Yeah, she never came back and we never heard.
I see. Yeah, I mean, if you have a lead or anything, I'm willing to go with you. My services are yours, and I'll consider this as a thing that I do for a privilege.
When you have opened the book, Wonvu, you know that the last thing the book had written that was anything resembling specific was that she had business in the docks. She frequented there when she arrived to the city.
Maybe you'd say that she frequented the docks around there.
Should we visit the docks then? That sounds like a fair lead.
Guess so. Get out, maybe. If it's been a while since she's.
By the way, Audrey,
Yeah,
Audrey keeps cutting.
No, I don't know why.
So, the two of you would like to head to the docks?
Mm-hmm. I'll drive us there.
Okay. It's pretty early in the morning. The docks are bustling. Lots of cargo ships, lots of shipping containers, and just general warehouses where things are stored. What exactly would you like to do in the docks at the moment?
Well, I mean, I could start by asking around, since I know this person well. Ask around if they've seen anyone with like the physical description the last month or so.
Okay. You're going to go around talking to people, asking for if they've seen anyone. Let's just call that charm. These people are workers. They're pretty busy.
Can I help?
You can roll.
Okay, please roll.
If one will be giving you descriptions, so I'll give you bonus dice.
Okay. Thank you for that. Just
a minute.
Oh, I rolled good. Hold on.
I feel good.
I rolled better. Okay. I know. I rolled an 18.
That is a hard success. You are gonna go around the docks, start asking these people, some sailors, some cargo workers, for a description that Wonvu is vividly giving on the top of his memory. Kore, you did not bother asking who this person was to Wonvu, but it seems like Wonvu really knows this person and shares a name with her. Now, given all the descriptions that Wonvu's provided, and given how charming you are to these sailors and these dock workers, you gather a bit of information that she was around here last week, and she was in warehouse number 12 looking into a very specific crate, but none of the workers recognize her by that name that was provided. The workers recognize the appearance and the physical description that one was given, but everyone just keeps calling her Rose. That's about it. They don't even know a last name. They just call her Rose, and that she goes to warehouse number 12 and has a specific shipping container there that she doesn't want anyone to go to, anyone to open, and she has paid extra to make sure that it's private and that only she has a key to open it.
I'm just gonna pause when they say that they've seen her a week ago. Just to my knowledge, that she's been missing for more than a week. I'm just gonna pause, like my face just goes blank.
You did see someone with that description?
Yes. Let's just look into that place. That crate. I guess we could ask around.
Okay. Warehouse number 12 is not too far off from the docks where the ships are. It is a very large warehouse, and Kore, it is a warehouse you are perfectly aware of. This is a warehouse for storing illegal goods. This is a warehouse where drug dealers, tax evaders, illegal items that should not be around or that have evaded taxes are stored here, and people who manage the warehouse are paid rather handsomely for their discretion. You arrive at the warehouse. It is nondescript. It looks like all the other warehouses. There is a guard, of course, inside, outside, and an office building at the second floor of the warehouse that kind of overlooks all the crates. What are you going to do?
Do I know this guard?
The guards of Warehouse 12, you know them, but they are not on your payroll. The person who owns the docks, mostly goes by Percy, is kind of a kingpin around the docks. For most of the criminals in Jericho City, he is the guy who runs the docks. And most criminals don't want to cross him because he controls the imports, the exports, and the general evasion of taxes. They need his expertise, his payroll.
So how do you propose we go at it?
I was thinking you could ask around. I could maybe take a look at the document. Let's see if I
Well,
can get in.
it's going to be a bit difficult to ask around this place. They are very discreet. Most of them are criminals, after all. And they try to keep it a secret, but we can try gaining access, I suppose. Ask if we can create a schedule. Set up a meeting.
I guess it sounds okay.
Kore, it's worth
Maybe we
noting
can
that
make it quite soon.
Kore, it's worth noting that you don't know the guard. Well, you know the guards here, but you don't have them on the payroll. However, you do have communication with Percy himself. If you want to use that, you do have his number.
Yeah. I'm just going to look at Wonvu and say, I'll try to reach out, but whatever happens, I hope you're ready for it. They're not simple people after all. They can be very testy.
It's fine. I've done less than legal things in the past.
Yes, but I hope you're prepared to have a gun pointed at you at point blank. Again, they're not exactly the best kind of people to negotiate or talk with. But I'll try.
Just gonna shrug.
You give a call to Percy then. It rings for a bit, and then you hear his distinct voice. Hey, Kore, what's up?
Hello, darling.
Been a while.
Would you mind if it has been? How have you been?
Oh, you know, this and that. Some sharks around the area think they can get a full fast one on me. Had to bust some kneecaps, you know how it is. What can I do for you, doll?
Never change, darling. Yeah, actually, a friend of mine is interested in checking the warehouse out. Would you mind if you give us a bit of an access?
Now, Kore, you don't
I'll
mean
make sure.
that warehouse, do you?
Maybe.
Doll, you know that's private property unless you own one of those. I'm known for discretion here.
Yeah, darling, but, he's really desperate, and I kinda owe him something. Would you mind doing this for me, and I'll owe you big time?
Roll
Promise
me
we'll
a
keep our
charm.
lips sealed.
Roll me a
Okay.
charm.
I failed.
Reroll!
What did you...
Reroll!
Push it. Should I push it?
Pushing it with Percy may not be the smartest idea. It
Yeah,
occurs to you.
it's a bit. Actually, I haven't used my luck a lot. What's my luck?
53.
53.
Mm-hmm.
And I rolled a 79, so it's a lot of luck.
Unless you can say something to him specific that might give you a bonus dice. This is a failure.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to count. Hold on. What do I know about Percy? Does he have anything that he specifically wants?
The only thing he values more than money is information. He likes having something over people. Same as you, but it's not his forte. He's more of a blunt, beat the shit out of them if they don't follow. But he likes having the information.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, darling, do you happen to know the principal of the most prestigious school in Jericho Academy?
Yeah, total dickhead, that one.
I know. Well, you see, a certain friend of yours has been snooping around one night, and I happened to find something very interesting about him. I'm pretty sure you can use it against him if you feel like blackmailing. It's very juicy.
Roll me
I'm gonna
a bonus
giggle
die.
in the background.
Keep your roll, but you get 1 bonus dice.
So I rolled the same.
6?
I got a 79 instead. But yeah, I'll actually just use my luck on this. I'll do this for 1 though. Burning my luck.
79. That is 24 points of
Won't
luck.
have to, but think.
Yeah, I'll burn my luck. Sure, I'll use it.
So your luck is down to 29.
That's fine.
Yeah, he just kind of pauses for a bit. He says, "You know what? That dickhead did cost me one of my best dealers in that school. Now I can't get any kind of, the nice stuff in there. Tell me what you know on him, and I'll give you access to 1 crate. Just 1. You're gonna have to be specific with me, doll. I can't just give you access to everything. And you're gonna have to be discreet about this. No one can know. Got it?"
No one will know.
So what you got?
Access to Warehouse 12, and if you want to know more about our darling principal, I want you to check Sexy Button 6969. You might find some very interesting information about this man.
I think I know where he's going. I like your style. Alright.
Well, I try not to disappoint.
Alright. Warehouse 12. Which crate are you looking for? Tell me it's just 1 person, doll.
Oh, it's just 1 person, darling. Someone named Rose.
Well, that's interesting. That's the most secretive person around here. Look, I'll give you access.
Would you mind giving me a bonus if you know anything about her? Apparently she's been missing for a few years.
Really? Nah, that's the thing, doll. The reason I'm so surprised is because she doesn't have anything on her. This woman's a ghost.
Really?
Can't find nothing. But,
impressive.
This person pays a lot for her privacy. But you know me. Privacy doesn't really matter when it comes to money, so, tell you what. I'll give you access to it. I'll call one of the guards on shift today. But that little principal thing. Look, how about you just throw me a bone, and if you find anything personal about her there, anything, it doesn't have to be dirt, just generally anything that's relating to the container, because this is the only container I don't know what's inside. So how about you just let me know what's inside, and we'll call it even.
I'll make sure not to disappoint, all.
Alright? Just give me a minute to call my guards, stand in front of the warehouse. He'll approach you.
Thank you, darling. I'm looking forward to our next transaction.
Always a pleasure.
I'll make sure to send some of your favorite wine.
Love that Chardonnay. He drops the call. You do stand there for a minute. Would you and Wonvu like to discuss something?
Well, we have access. Although, Percy wants to know what's inside the crate.
Oh, I mean, guess he can get to know that.
Yes.
It's his warehouse after all. It's not like there's anything out of this world in there, right?
Well, we've seen a lot of weird things the past few days. I really wouldn't be surprised if your relative has been collecting, I don't know, pigeon heads inside that crate.
I definitely would, but I'm taken. That thought, is it okay if I go in there first? Is
Sure.
my relative after all.
I just need the information. I don't even need to look at it. Just tell me what's inside. I'll take your word for it.
Alright. The guard, kind of like 6'4", maybe largely built. He's got a black shirt and jeans. He just walks forward. Hey, are you Kore?
Yes, doll.
Right. And is he with you?
Yeah.
Alright.
A nod.
He just looks around, making sure no one's looking. Alright, follow me. And be quiet.
Sure. Can I look around as well if anyone is keeping an eye on us?
Yeah, you can make a spot
Ako
hidden.
din.
Okay.
I'll make.
Spot hidden is fine.
Oh, now you were good.
I got 35.
Got a 16.
35 and 16. Yeah, both of you take a look around. There are people looking at you, but the looks that they're giving you are more like, ooh, we're going to the illegal stuff. And then they're kind of like, yeah, it's the kind of look that says they're not going to come near you ever because they're afraid of the stuff you're going into. Anyone who goes into Warehouse 12 is basically someone that none of the employees on the other docks, in the docks area, want to mess with.
Yep. I'll just throw on my hood to hide my face.
Yep. You enter Warehouse 12. It's worth knowing none of you see anything that's out of the ordinary or anything that's kind of people following or prying eyes. More like people averting their eyes. Percy doesn't like people breaking privacy. You enter, and you are going to enter to a warehouse full of these large blue metallic crates, all of them heavily fortified. And it's not just a simple padlock anymore. It's this metal bolt with multiple padlocks, multiple deadbolt locks, several other padlocks, and there are guards in here who are heavily armed. They don't look like your standard security guard with a revolver or handgun. They're carrying assault rifles, and there are guards on the balcony who are carrying assault rifles. When you guys enter, they all start to look, but the guard who's leading you in just kind of waves them off. He leads you into one particular crate, which is, despite all the other crates looking super secure and heavily locked, this crate is particularly secure and heavily locked, and it takes the guy a full 1 minute to unlock every single lock that's on this crate. Without, you get a text from Percy. It just kind of tells you, by the way, don't be telling anybody one of my guards still keeps a key to that place. You were kind of paid to not have duplicates, but insurance purposes. Not that I've ever used it to open it, but now that I'm gonna do that, I'd like to know. Thanks.
I'll just reply, my lips are sealed, darling.
Yep. So this guard and Percy himself is not supposed to have a key to this place. Now, while he does have the integrity not to open it, as requested, he doesn't exactly have the integrity to follow up on not having a key there. The guard takes about a minute and a half to unlock everything, and you see that his arms are kind of tired from all the twisting that he's been doing. He just pulls deadbolt after deadbolt, and then he just...
Paranoid, isn't she?
He just looks at you and he says, you don't know the half of it. Anytime she opens this crate, all of us have to look away.
Ugh.
Well, it's
Are
yours.
you sure this won't blow up on your face?
Well, it's not like any of us know what's in here, but it's never blown up before, so have at it.
Alright. Darling, I'm gonna look at Wonvu.
He
It's
steps
all yours.
aside, acknowledging he's not allowed to look in there.
I'm just gonna nod and then just walk in.
Okay.
I'm holding on to my gun in the holster.
You open the door. It's actually a pretty heavy door. Most of the metallic crates have like barely an inch of steel. This feels like maybe an inch or 2 inches of steel that's blocking the way. And it kind of takes you a bit to pull it open. When you enter, it is what can only be described as a private investigator's dream. You see a
Oh my
large
god.
cork board on that covers basically half of one of the longer length walls because it's a rectangular box. The cork board with this red string that connects different people together. There's like a web of connections. Each photograph being connected has a note regarding the name, who's there, what they have to do.
Oh shit.
On the other side, you see guns mounted on the side. It looks like a
Oh
variety of
no.
guns from stealth to basic warfare. Towards the end of the crate, there are multiple boxes which you can choose to open later or not. What is the first thing that you would like to look at? There's also a desk here, a desk lamp, and a lot of paperwork and files. And when
Okay.
you open from the inside, you see that it can be locked from the inside as well.
Oh shit.
So someone can actually
Okay.
conceivably stay here.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Okay, so the first
Impressive.
thought that comes into my head, it's like, wow, I'm definitely related to this person. I'm just gonna nod and smile, my eyes closed, like, yeah, I understand. And I'm just gonna look at the is that desk like on the same side of the wall as the corkboard?
Yes, the corkboard is kind of above the desk, and the desk just kind of ends where the corkboard starts.
Okay, I'll just look at that general area first.
The desk is actually cleaned up, but the drawers surprisingly are not locked. Maybe she thought the security was enough. What are you looking at? The desk itself and what's inside, or the corkboard first?
I'll look at the corkboard first.
Corkboard's an interesting thing. At first you see a bunch of names that have been connected together, and you realize the web of connections leads all the way to Aaron Stone. But the photograph of Aaron Stone looks recent. It looks like it's newly added. The other photographs look like they've been hung there for a while. And you notice that the other strings also lead to different family members, and there's a newspaper clipping from the 1900s of someone who stole from the museum that symbol.
Shit.
And you see that symbol stuck there. That symbol that you guys saw before, there is a drawing, a crude sketch of it in yellow pad that's stuck there, but there's no strings to it. The only string attached to it relates to the guy who stole it from the museum, who is related to Aaron Stone. But other than that, there's nothing there, and there's a large question mark. Like she hasn't, it kind of tells you that maybe she hasn't figured it out yet. But it looks
So
like she has been doing this for a while based on how the photographs look and based on how old some of this paper is.
Just gonna take a picture of that. Yeah. Gonna take a picture of the corkboard.
Go.
Make sure you keep it
Then
secure. No one should know we're here.
yeah. Then I'm just gonna look at the desk. At, like the drawers.
When you open the drawers, it feels like it's just a bunch of old files that haven't been opened before, but make me a spot hidden check. Looks like a bunch of old case files that don't relate.
18. It's a hard search.
Hard. Okay. When you look at it initially, it looks like a bunch of random files, random people. Some of them aren't even on the corkboard. It's just a bunch of random paperwork. But you start to piece things together and look through these files, and it's a technique that you do sometimes when you want to have files in the open and easy access, but you don't want people easily getting to know it or understanding it. lots of useless paperwork stacked in a pattern on top of useful paperwork. When you kind of look into a file and you look at the first few pages and they're useless, you generally don't look at the middle page and look for one specific page that's useful, right? You just kind of chunk the whole file. When you start to figure out that pattern, somewhere in the middle of all these useless files are the useful paperwork. You find a profile of all of the people who have committed suicide the last few months in Jericho City, and you find a connection to Aaron Stone, all of their different connections. And then you find the paperwork on Aaron Stone, things that you've known from breaking into the principal's office, and some things that you don't.
Ooh.
One of them,
What does it say?
the most prominent thing, is a list of two, well, not a list, but it's two people in particular who seem to be doing the same sort of thing on a lower scale. Aaron Stone's parties are well known in town because he is one of the richest people here, and he's throwing these extravagant parties in this large manner. These other two people on the list, they're not rich. They live in the same district that Kore does. They're not, they're not particularly rich, they're not particularly wealthy, but they are throwing parties. And the police don't notice this because they're not people of interest. They're not in the limelight. But they are throwing these parties, and they're doing the same thing Aaron is. They're living in the suburban area of the district. They have their own houses, they have their own basements, and there have been some suicides into their name. The odd thing that was realized here is those suicides did not occur until after these people went to Aaron Stone's party. They went here first, and for some reason these people who are basically nobodies were allowed to enter Aaron Stone's party and his exclusive basement. But there are two people.
Take note of those people. Definitely take note of their names in my notebook.
Yes, so when you look at the names, the first person is Jackson Smith, and the second person is, Elaine Goldsworth. Both of them students, but they're not students of the prestigious academy. They're actually public high school students.
Okay.
Seniors.
Any other info on them, like did their parents tragically die or do they live alone or something?
Oh, that's actually really interesting, is that when you kind of dig further into the files with these people's names, you will find newspaper clippings. Now, these newspaper clippings will tell you that Elaine in particular was under investigation for murdering her own parents, who died a few months ago, long before Aaron Stone's big steady decline into whatever he's doing. This was way back, early last year. As for Jackson Smith, he is under investigation, but not for murder or anything of the sort. He's under investigation for crimes that Kore would be familiar with: embezzling, mob running. He is a suspected mob runner. He lives in Jericho City with a stepfather. His mother died at birth, and his father, he never knew. His father died before he was born. His mother kind of died at birth, and this, not stepfather, foster father. He's living with a foster father who is known to be abusive, and Jackson just kind of deals with a lot of criminals, underground, low-ranking mob guy. He's suspected of it. They could never really prove anything. But both of them are not particularly good people.
Okay, so is that all I see on the documents? Because if
That's everything you see that you don't already know.
okay, so yeah, I'll just try to neatly put them back in the order that I saw them.
It's easy enough.
Then what are the other things in this again?
An armory. A very large armory. Behind the corkboard on the other side of the wall is an armory of assault rifles, shotguns, pistols, concealed pistols, pistols that are easy enough to silence, that don't really make a footprint. There's even a pistol that only has one shot, that's only this big, and is so easy to hide that when you fire it, it barely makes a sound, and you can kill someone without ever looking at them.
Oh my god.
Along with a bunch of
I
combat
would be looking
knives.
through it.
Yes, along with a bunch of combat knives, actually throwing daggers. There's even some axes here. This is either a military bunker or someone's preparing for a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, oh my god. Does it look like any of them has been recently used, or is any of them missing from the wall or something?
There are those hooks that kind of hang the guns. There are a pair of handguns, or they look like handguns would fit there but aren't here.
Okay, take note of
And
that.
then, like I said earlier, the short end of the rectangle towards the at the end of the box are a whole bunch of crates.
Yeah, I think I'll start looking through those crates.
Yes, the crates are not necessarily locked or kind of nailed down. They've already been opened, but they just have the lid on. When you move the lid, you can see boxes and boxes and boxes of ammunition, all labeled. On top of the lid, there's a piece of paper that labels their caliber and what gun they're for.
Okay. Is that all there is to the room? That seems a little weird, or something I should take note of?
That's everything you've got. One thing you do notice, I forgot to mention at the desk, is a picture of you when you were still a kid.
Oh
The
my
last
god.
picture of you that she had before whenever it was.
I would think that she doesn't really take photos of me. Or, maybe she doesn't technology like me. I don't like technology. Okay.
There is also a flash drive, but without some sort of computer, which neither of you have brought, I believe. Don't really know what's on it. Kore?
What about if we had an OTG?
Conceivably, yes.
So this card have I would
Can I
open it, right?
Can I roll my luck to check if I actually brought one?
You absolutely can roll your luck to see if you would have an OTG on you.
Actually, I would like to roll as well because I feel like I would have. Never mind. No. Okay, I'll try to roll as well because.
Let's try Wonvu. Your luck's starting to look like your sanity.
I know. My luck is the same as my sanity, both in meta and in game.
Yeah, 37.
What's your total luck score? 48. By fate or by some sheer dumb luck, Wonvu does in fact have an OTG connector to his phone.
I'm just digging through my pockets and I'll put it out. And it does stuff like whatever links on it.
Yeah, it's probably gotten some dust bunnies along the time from non-use.
Yeah.
You had it laundered.
I think I did the laundry with this coat.
This is either your OTG or this is someone's OTG that you stole from, but either way, you have it.
You know someone else's OTG from like 10 years ago? Because I probably thrifted this trench coat that I'm wearing.
Never had it cleaned.
Probably.
Yeah. No, I had it cleaned, but I just never realized I had it in my pocket until now.
Okay. You have...
I'm just gonna...
Yeah, you have the OTG. That's fine. You plug it in and you realize that the flash drive is not too encrypted, but it does have a password. Are you willing to try a computer use for this?
Can I try inputting like things I know that she would be interested in, like including my name?
This is a numerical password.
Oh, okay.
But
How about my birthday? Her birthday?
you can have a bonus dice. Let's give you a bonus dice for maybe guessing about things that might be important to her. Kore can also try, but no bonus dice for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give it a...
It's a bonus dice again.
You roll a
failed.
second percentile dice and you take the better roll combination.
Okay. Ooh! Actually got a 5.
5 is a success, and
Oh my god.
you actually have a chance to increase your computer use for once.
Yay!
Yeah. You realize that the password is in fact your birthday. You get it on like try number 2. You open the flash drive and there's only one file in there. It is a video recorded, and when you look at the details of the date it was recorded about a few days after she left.
Okay, I'll can I copy it onto my phone or something?
The flash drive prevents any form of copying at the moment.
Okay, I'll just watch it through my phone, I guess.
With the headphones or no?
Oh.
Wait.
It's with headphones.
What's the one?
Is it possible to screen record it while playing?
No.
Screen recording will, but there's no audio for screen recording.
Di bang videohan na lang, may isang phone dito, tapos isang phone dito.
Big brain time!
Yes, but are you willing to play it on speaker?
Kanya lang.
Speaker?
Yeah.
In this area, it's actually soundproofed here. I forgot to mention, the walls have acoustic blankets everywhere. So
Okay, let's play it.
If you play it, only Kore is gonna hear because the guards are very diligent in not interfering.
Okay. Kore, is it okay?
I would... yeah, but Kore would not be watching. She's just like passively listening.
Okay. So Kore, you lend your phone.
I think it's private.
You lend your phone to take a video. The only thing you hear, if it is a recording of your mother, Wonvu, and it does, she just kind of say, Wonvu dear, if you are watching this, maybe something's already happened to me. I'm not sure. I hope not. I hope you never have to see this video, but if you do, I want you to know I've been tracking you, and I know that you've become quite the investigator. And I know that if I have to leave my work with anyone, it would be best left with you. There's something happening in Jericho City, and I'm not just talking about random things or events. There's something big, and I don't want to use conspiracy, it's such a stupid word, but a string of suicides every other decade, these strange artifacts that keep showing up that make no sense, that don't have any historical ties, and the recent string of suicides the last few months here relating to something. I'm still in the middle of investigating it. I don't know exactly, but the suicides that have been happening, they're not accidents and they're not coincidence. Something is going on. I want you to go to the Jericho National Bank. There is a security box there, and they are the only ones with the key. The password is your name. Your name and your birth year at the end of it. You have to tell them that in that order. In that security box, you will find... I don't know how to explain it. It's... You might not believe me, but I can't explain it. Just go find it. And if for some reason you are watching this recording and nothing has happened to me yet, What are you doing in my warehouse?
I'm sorry,
Security
Mom.
case. The security box is... It has some things that I can't explain. Some things that don't make sense. I've been looking into this for months now, and I am so sorry I had to leave you and your father. But this was important, and when I knew about it, and when I heard about everything... I was here on a business trip, but when I heard about everything, I couldn't leave it at that. I've never told you, but I was a private investigator in my youth. I was someone who looked into these things, and look, I just couldn't let it go. I had to do something, and so many things had happened. I'd lost friends, people had died that I cared about, and I couldn't leave them behind. And the deeper I got into this, the more dangerous it became for you and your father to be involved, so I couldn't let you be involved. I'm sorry, but that was the only choice I had. I do love you, so, and I'm proud of you. And she just reaches over and ends the recording.
I'm just gonna look up, and then, alam mo yung mukha na nagpipigil ng luha? Yan yung mukha niya ngayon. That's my face right now. Like,
I'll just give him a moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to hold back the tears, man. Like, yeah. And yeah, I'm just gonna sigh and then like give Kore her phone. Yeah.
Send the recording.
And just gonna I'm gonna put back the my rusty ass OCD that I left in my pocket for like 10 years or some shit, and I put the flash drive back where I found it.
Yep.
And before we leave, I'm just going to leave a sticky note that says thanks, Mom, and then I'm gonna leave my number at the bottom of it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna paste it on the corkboard. Yeah. And then I'm just gonna look at Kore and say, "Oh, here we go."
Cord.
Yeah?
What?
Take me where you want to go.
Cord. What is it that you tell Percy is in this container?
Tell him it's my wet dream.
I'll just send a
And I
text
wish
to
my
him. I'll
heart
just
was
say,
like this.
What do you tell him?
I'll just text. It's a private investigator's wet dream. Lots of information about that cocky brat Aaron Stone. That's about it. Oh, looks like a zombie apocalypse bunker as well. But before I send, I'm going to look at Wonvu and say, "Are you good with this?"
I'm gonna look through it. And see. It sounds good, I guess.
You send
Do you
it?
think? But I'm gonna ask. Do you think that you send any of that? And anything that might make him look into stuff like this? Just to lessen the casualties.
Cora, make me a, it's called intelligence.
Intelligence, alright.
Just to kind of see how well you know a person.
Pass.
Okay. Percy is not the type of person who pries. He just doesn't like not knowing. But he doesn't generally look into things further, especially if he's being paid. He just doesn't like not being in the know. But he knows how to keep information. But he knows how to keep information to himself. Likely the entire reason he wants to know what's inside this container is so he knows how to prepare in case the police raid. He knows what kind of contingencies to prepare. So the information that you might want, that would be crucial to give him, to your knowledge, would be what are the things that the police would look for if they start raiding this place? What does he have to prepare an excuse for? Basically, is what he's usually after.
Yeah, I mean at this I'm just going to text him, basically reset my draft to just say, lots of weapons, lots of ammunition. Might want to take care of that. and information about that brat Aaron Stone.
Hmm.
She's probably a private investigator of a sort. I'm not entirely sure if she's for hire, but that's about it. And I'll show it again to Wonvu.
Just gonna nod.
Okay. Do you send a text?
Mm-hmm.
You
I'll send it.
You send a message, and you guys take your leave from this place. The guard, again, without looking inside, just shoves the door closed and spends another minute and a half locking every single lock. Just kind of clicking every single lock there is in this place. And he just kind of stops and says, whatever this woman is into, I hope it's worth all these locks. I'll show you out.
Thank you, dear.
When you get out of the warehouse, you get the reply from Percy, and it just says, weapons, eh? Some sort of arms dealer, I guess, but it's fine. That's all I need to know. I'm gonna take care of it. Thanks, doll. You're the best.
You're welcome.
Give me, like, about a minute. You guys can decide what you want to do. I just need to handle something.
Alright.
I think, yeah, I'll just tell Kore, right? Oh, she did say that next place might be the bank. She did leave something for me there. I don't know if it's right to pry into it right now, but it's potentially our next destination. I am a little curious now that I know.
Alright. I don't mean to pry, but I'm assuming that woman is your mother?
Just gonna nod.
Quite an oddball, isn't she? It's a weird coincidence that you're both investigating the same person.
I guess blood begets blood, right? Just gonna laugh.
Alright.
True.
Where do you guys go?
I think we're gonna look into the bank.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're going straight
I'll
to the
drive
bank.
in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Jericho National Bank. Well known for its security, its privacy, and its almost Switzerland-like security for its deposits. Jericho City sometimes is considered a tax haven. It does get around certain tax laws because of certain agreements that have been made. Jericho National Bank is large and has a very old aesthetic to it. It kind of resembles a Victorian or late Victorian cement-like structure. Very Gothic architecture. When you enter, there's nothing old about it. This is one of the most largest and most prestigious and most secure banks there is in Jericho City. It is well drenched head to toe in security. Lots of security cameras. There are no blind spots in this bank. When you enter, are you going straight for that security box?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Okay. One of the bank managers comes up to you and he says, yes, you were looking into security box number 105, correct?
Is it correct?
It is.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say yeah, that's right.
I see. Well, there is a password to it. It is only password protected. Would you happen to know this password?
Yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm. And
Oh?
yeah, you have to tell him the password.
Okay. Oh, I have to tell him. Okay, yeah, it's we've got sisters here. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna tell him. Andrew Rabinovich, 1995.
He just checks his records. That is correct. Please follow me. He leads you to a lower level of the bank, just sort of like a basement level, past the security vaults, past the mass army of security officers with high-powered rifles here, and he does sort of disable what looks like a security system. As you enter, there are multiple security boxes here, and one of them is 105. He opens it with a key. The key is also very unique. It's just this sort of steel rod with a little bit of a bump at the end, and he has two of them, and they need to be opened at the same time. And when he lets go, he just tells you, I will be waiting outside, just outside, and when you are done, I will relock the box. Call me when you're done.
Thank you a lot.
You are left alone, and there are security cameras here, of course, but you notice that since you're here, they look away. They kind of turn away. There's a privacy to these security boxes.
Shit. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna assume that Kore is outside as well with the guy.
You're allowed in if you want, but of course staying outside is fine too.
Yeah, I would ask her for the amount of privacy since this is meant for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have
But
stayed
yeah, I'll
outside.
just go in.
Okay, you go in and you're going to open the box. I'm going to mute Kore for this. So, Wonvu, when you open the box and you kind of look inside it, you see, oddly enough, a book. It is the same book, with the same of the three books that you're carrying. It's also the same kind of leather, the same kind of old paper. It's exactly the same. A little thinner than usual. Do you carry around the other three books with you?
I would.
Are you taking them out? Or just kind of looking at this book?
I'll look at this book first and then take the other three out.
When you take the other three books out, you start to realize that inside your bag, there's only one book. One larger book. And the others are gone.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Alright.
And
What? Is the other than the book in the box still there?
it is. You're basically holding these two now.
Okay. Can I look through the new book first, the one in my bag?
Yes. It's empty. There's nothing written on it.
Yeah. No, nothing on the cover either, or like
It's
on
the
the
same
sides
kind of
on
cover and paper, just nothing is on it.
Okay. So I'm just gonna look through the smaller book then, the one on the box.
It is also empty. But you will realize that the book that you're carrying now no longer has a title. Where they were once labeled, that's gone. Now you have two blank books.
Yeah. Is that all on the box? Like literally just that notebook?
Inside the box is also a vial, like a small test tube, of the same kind of water you have.
Oh my god! Oh my god, that's so cool, yeah. I think, yeah, I'll just take what everything is in the box.
You'll
Put in
take
my
it.
bag, make sure.
Okay.
I'll make sure it doesn't get crushed in my bag.
Do you head back to Kore after that, closing the box, leaving it empty?
Yeah.
Okay. Wonvu leaves the security area and goes back to you. The manager goes up to Wonvu and says, "Are you quite done with your business? Shall I lock the box again?"
Yeah, yes please. I think I'll come back if I ever need to put something in it.
Very well. and he just goes back in
you.
without opening the box. And you see the security cameras move back into position. Kore, Wonvu
You
looks
should take your sweet
surprised.
time. You
I
alright?
look very bewildered right now. Like I'm thinking hard.
Are you alright? Find anything odd, interesting?
Wait, what was that?
or... Did you find anything odd, interesting, or a lot of...
I can hear her. Wait, let me reconnect.
Oof.
Hello?
Yeah?
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't hear you at first. Can you say that again?
Yeah, are you alright? Did you find anything interesting, odd, or a lot of inheritance money, I assume?
Well, yeah, I can't really say what's in it, but I do have an update on those weird books that we have.
Yeah?
I'll just, is there a cafe nearby in the, like, vicinity?
Around here, yes, there's a lot of cafes around this area.
Okay. Maybe we should talk about it over in the cafe or something.
As long as
So I
you're
can
paying.
explain it. Fine, but I don't really have any inheritance money from it.
That's boring. Sure, I'll cover this one.
So you head over to a cafe. It's a local Starbucks. You are, by the way, Jericho National Bank is in fact in the upper districts. It is still in Wolfswood. It is still the higher up district, and you can go to the local Starbucks. It's much better than the ones you guys are normally go to. Leather seats, cushions, very well air conditioned. You order your drinks, and what do you discuss?
While she's like sitting across from me, I'm just gonna pull out the really big book. I know, I'm gonna look into my bag first to see if anything changed.
Yeah, there's just one book.
Yeah, just gonna pull out that one big book that I now have.
It looks like the three books that Wonvu's been bringing around, except it's a lot thicker. There's only one of them, and it resembles a large encyclopedia.
Wonvu, were you bookbinding inside that bank?
No,
Is that what you did over?
No, it's funny because when I looked into the box, there was another book that looked like the ones that we had. When I looked into my bag, all the three books, they were just this one big thing now. And when I put this fourth one into my bag, fused with the others, now it's just this.
I'm not even gonna ask. I'll take your word for it. Sure, 4 books became one, just like marriage, but polygamy. Yeah, let's just yeah. What do you want? What am I supposed to know? How is this going to help us find your mother?
Well, I don't think we found him, but she left this for me. I don't know why. It helped us, but we already have this stuff, so technically it's like who knows that we might need it. Even before we started looking to it.
I have a question. What is the title of the 4th book?
Was there any title on the first book? There wasn't, right?
No.
I don't have a title. I looked into this big book. Titles were gone as well.
And the ink, is it the same as the other books where they become trippy and change every 5 minutes?
When I looked into it, there wasn't anything written on it. I could look into it now.
Still empty.
That's so weird.
I opened it, still empty. I don't think anything changed.
Mind if I have a look?
Slide it over to her.
I'm just going to shuffle it.
Yeah, still empty.
Well, I've seen weirder things. Here you go, before it starts chomping at us or whatever. Yeah, so what do you want to talk about in this cafe?
I just wanted to show you that. Just wanted to do it away from the bank, just in case. So it's safer as well. I'm gonna look around as well. Just look
You
around
are,
if anyone wants to see.
yeah, you're in the corner of the cafe, and there's not too many people around here midday. Most people are probably at work.
Right. I feel like it's safer here. I think I'm just getting a little paranoid. I don't know.
I mean,
It's personal.
have you seen your mother's room? I think you got it from someone.
It's ano daw?
You got your
Like, have
paranoia
you
from your mother.
Yep.
I don't know. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm usually not this paranoid, okay? It's just something personal, but now it's getting really weird.
Darling, I've known you for like a few years. You've never even went out drinking with me without, I don't know, knowing whoever in the room is. Whoever's in the room. Darling, you're paranoid. Just accept it and move on. I think it's
I'm
part of
fine.
your PI thing.
I'm fine. Well, you know, it comes with the job. A lot of people come after me as a PI.
True.
I'm also gonna show her the vial of water that I found. So got
She
this.
she carries a test tube of the same kind of water that you guys found from the swamp.
Wow, your mother's been collecting shit.
And she carries her jar of water.
no, yeah, sure, I carry it around. Sure.
I'm not even
Carry
gonna ask.
everything around.
I'm not even gonna ask. Well, is this the same kind of water in the swamp?
It is.
Does it also have
So-
seawater? What's up
Think
with
so.
that?
Well,
Hmm.
Can I try looking into... Wait, I'm gonna look into the book again.
Okay.
I'm just gonna try things. Just try things to make it work, I guess.
What do you do?
Like maybe whisper a name or a date or something.
What do you whisper?
Start with myself, I guess.
Hmm.
My name.
You enter your name into the book, and it resembles the book you held before. It has your history, but it's focused on you. It starts from your birth, moves on, and you realize this book is complete, end to end. But the last maybe 50 or so pages are varying degrees of how you die. There are different variations of your death written at the end of the pages. Different versions. Some of them you live to an old age, some of them you die of old age, some of them you get shot down, some of them you kill yourself in a mental institution.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like whisper. I'm just gonna widen my eyes. I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna say shit the fuck. Shit! The fuck is this?
Are you alright? Is everything fine?
I figured out how to make the book work. Here, I'm gonna hand it over to her. Try whispering your name or something.
My name?
Doesn't have to be yours. Can be anyone.
I'll whisper my alias, Kore.
When you whisper this, you're thinking of yourself, correct?
Yeah.
It does show you your real name. It shows your full information, everything you've done to this point. And like the end of it, it does show you a variety of ways of how you die. Now, what's curious is, and what Wonvu also noticed, I forgot to mention, the middle pages are empty. What you have are the last pages which detail how you die in various ways, but the middle pages are not written. And where the book ends before those middle pages, where the book ends, it shows you what you're doing right now, and it shows you what you're about to do, or what it thinks you're about to do. Now, when you see it written that you guys are going to, well, it's already written here that Kore now tries to experiment with the book to see how it works. She finds her deaths written in the last pages, but has yet to discover why the middle pages are blank. Kore is going to start pondering, and it's actually beating you to your own thoughts.
Well, that's annoying.
It is.
When you
It's
move
quite
forward,
weird.
you just see that it actually, when you say that and you kind of move forward, you see that's already been written that you are frustrated, and then it just kind of writes something maybe a day or two in advance. It just details actually your usual routine when you wake up. It actually has here that you're going to receive a call from Allison, the waitress, in 5 minutes.
I'm just going to keep my phone here.
Allison is
on my
going to
table.
call in distress that something has happened in the school.
I'm just waiting for my phone to ring.
5 minutes later, you do get a call from Allison's number.
What's going on?
Allison, darling, are you alright?
Cord, I know you were looking to that Aaron Stone guy, and my friend, so you like my friend Lisa? Yeah, my friend Lisa, she jumped off the roof of Jericho Academy, like Alicia did.
Shit.
And the last person to see her alive was Aaron Stone. She was there at this party. She was invited to the basement, and things were just weird. And I don't know, for the last few days she's been weird. I thought she was just sick or having some sort of episode, and I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know who to talk to. I just remember
fine,
you were
honey.
looking into him. I don't understand. Did he do
I'm
this?
across the table. Just gonna mouth on.
Did he do this? Did he do this?
Darling, we're going to look into it, alright? I need you to stay away from Aaron Stone. Do not try to make contact.
Right. I'm so sorry for contacting. I don't know what to turn
That's
to.
alright, darling.
The police already ruled it a suicide. I don't know. I'm sorry.
We're going to find out more about this, but I need you to stay safe and do not go near him.
Right,
Don't do anything
right,
stupid, alright?
Right. I'm gonna get back to work. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Please take a day off. If there's anything wrong, just contact me, alright?
Right.
Stay in touch.
Right. Thank you.
Stay safe, dear.
Thank you. She drops the call, and you notice when you look back down at the book that's already been written on what the call is about. And it does say here that you're going to start investigating Aaron Stone again.
I'll just grab the book and slam it close and just shove it to Wonvu.
What you realize
Good
about the book
catcher.
is that it only gets specific when you've already done, when the thing it's predicted has already been finished. But before it's done, it's actually very vague. So it gives you an idea, but it doesn't give you, it gives you the what, it doesn't give you how.
Oh, wow. Allison called. And
Okay.
apparently, another student from Jericho, Lisa, just jumped off a roof recently. The last person that saw her is, surprise, surprise, Aaron fucking Stone.
Oh fuck. What do you think we should do? We should look into it again. I mean, what?
I'm worried about Allison, really. She's in distress, yes, but if no one does anything, I'm afraid that she might actually take this up in her own hands and investigate Aaron Stone.
We should go get her or something. Sure she doesn't do anything stupid.
No,
And then,
she'll be
yeah.
fine. It's just that your mother is looking him up, right? Investigating shit about this bastard. Are you going to continue her work?
Yeah. And speaking of my mom, actually, I'm going to try look into the book with her name.
You enter
If
her
anything
name
changed.
into the book. It's the same thing. You see that, well, actually, no. Before, where it ends abruptly about your mother, now it sort of writes a more detailed account of how long she's been in Jericho, how long she's been doing this, and the information she's found. And right now, same with Kore, it gives you a vague description of what's happening, but no specifics, which means it hasn't happened yet. At least that's the theory. What it says here is that your mother, under the alias of Rose, is looking into one of the crime families of Jericho City. The Gambini crime family, the Mafia. She's looking into them because apparently Aaron has funded them greatly for projects. What those are, she doesn't know. That's what she's looking into. But it's also very vague. It doesn't say who she's looking into, where, or how she's doing it. But it does
it
use...
say anything that she's doing right now?
What is already clear is that she is currently looking for information. The investigation of the crime family is written in future tense.
Okay.
What she's doing presently is researching right now, but it doesn't say where. It just says an undisclosed location.
It's fine, yeah. I'll just close the book again. And I'm just gonna look at Kore. I'm gonna say, let's look more into Aaron. Did say that we could also look into the crime family that he's funding. Some Gambini.
Kore, the name is familiar to you. They are the largest crime family here. They are a mafia. Very Godfather-like people. And they are also very violent. But if they're known for anything other than their violence, they are known for their muscle. You can hire the Gambinis for pretty much whatever you can afford to pay for them. And Aaron can definitely afford to pay for them and any services they might offer.
First of all, correct me if I'm wrong, but that book said that Aaron and Arthur are going to be, in 3 days, right?
I could check on it again, I guess. I'm gonna go whisper Aaron's name.
It does not change. It actually covers from end to end, and it does say Aaron Stone will die in 3 days from a gunshot wound after fatally injuring Arthur Westway.
This is the same thing. What do you think?
Okay.
It now says 2 days because this is technically day 1.
Yeah.
That's one thing. And second, your mother is investigating the Gambini family? Does she have a suicide wish? Was that a wish? Death wish?
How? What the? Well, it is connected to Iron Stone. Of course, she's gonna look into it.
Wonvu, that family is trouble. I was from LA. I had a lot of... Yes, I've been through a lot, but that family is trouble. You cannot negotiate with them if they see you snooping around. They're going to kill you at first sight. You know that,
if you're
right?
lucky.
That is if they don't torture you.
I'm taken, but we are friends, and you're not exactly a saint either.
Yeah, I know, but my
family really thinks a lot about my morals and her morals.
No, I'm not questioning your mother's morals. I'm asking her sanity. She's going to a place full of sharks.
gonna mumble under my breath, yeah, that's it. Yeah, you can speak a lot about sanity. And then I'm gonna say, okay, what do you think we should do to stop her?
I don't know, she's your mom!
I don't even know where she is. It doesn't even say where she is.
Just, you know, if
That's
you care about her and you want her to stay alive and not lose a leg or an eye or all or both, you have to stop her, man. That's just...
Wonvu.
They're dangerous
Okay.
people.
Make me an intelligence check.
Intelligence 70, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna push it. I have got 70, so I'm just gonna spend 2.
Okay. 2 luck down to 46.
Yeah.
You realize something when you're looking up your mother, and based on the
Mhm.
two of you looking through this book repeatedly, your mother is the only person in this book that doesn't give. Because when you look at Aaron Stone, you know where he is. It's in his house. It says there, present, in his house. Your mother's the only person that this book doesn't disclose in the present. It discloses where she's been,
Yeah.
but she's the only person on this book that the book doesn't show you where she is presently.
I am going to mention that to Kore. Do you think that could mean?
Can I roll an idea, please?
I would like to
Idea-
roll an idea as well.
That's an intelligence check.
Yeah.
This will require a hard success though.
Nah, I just succeeded, but not a hard success.
Yeah, can I push it actually? I mean,
Not,
re-roll it.
not for an idea.
God damn it! I got a 69. Nice.
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 Oh, it was
Um,
my leg.
But you did both pass, so you don't get the full story, but you get a hunch that she might have found a way around this thing. She's been looking into this for several months, long before Aaron Stone entered the picture. It's not beyond the realm of possibility she may have found a way around this. She knows about the water. She had that book. She clearly knows about the weird things that are happening based on her video to Wonvu. It's not beyond the realm of possibility that she might just have found a way out or found a way to hide herself. You'll recall that one of the books you took was from Aaron Stone's personal library in his basement.
Yeah.
If she knew that, she might have been aware that Aaron Stone would have a way of tracking people who are investigating him.
Yeah.
So she might have tried to find her own way out of that. No guarantees, but it's an idea. Wouldn't be the dumbest thing to do.
I wonder how. Just don't know how can drown out this book, like not be on its radar. Does
To be
it
fair,
have a range or something?
some informations are vague, some are very clear. And it seems like it specifies that Aaron is going to die by Arthur's hands. It doesn't show multiple possible endings, it just shows one. That's also something to note, so
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but anyway. Yeah, what you do with that family is entirely up to you, but unfortunately I can't really do much about them. Our family is never really in good terms, so I can't use my name against them.
It's fine.
But there's also one thing.
Could find her now. Maybe we can, do something right now.
Yeah. Oh, there's also one thing. Aaron is connected to that family, right? You mentioned that, right?
He hired them.
Yeah. If your mother's looking into them, it might be possible that Aaron is just paying them to actually buff up its security. But from what we've seen in his house, it doesn't seem like he has a lot of them. So I don't know what he's guarding.
Maybe he's guarding something else somewhere.
Could be.
Remember that weird artifact that we researched about?
Oh, the missing one.
Any chance that he might have found it and he's keeping it somewhere and that's what he's paying them for?
I mean, I
No,
wouldn't
it's
be
just a
surprised.
hunch. But just a hunch. I don't have anything, but it's a possibility.
Yeah. Could have kept it in the family, kind. So, well, so how do we proceed with this? Do we investigate Aaron, or should we go save your mother?
I think
Or
we
try
should go
to-
for remote. Might tell us something if we do.
Alright.
I'm gonna try something with the book. I'm gonna try using a name that I know is specifically outside of Jericho City. Like outside the
range of Jericho City.
land border. Yeah.
It shows you the same thing. It shows you the same pattern, and it just shows you the same kind of specificity it always has.
Even the place?
Yes, even the place.
Damn, is she at the International Space Station or some shit?
You know of some astronauts from the news.
God damn it. I don't think she's an astronaut. I'm gonna go in, Kore.
No, I mean you
Thank
might Corey just went to the bathroom, the restroom.
Okay.
What I'm saying is you know of some astronauts. If you want to test this thing, if you really want to test this thing's range, there are astronauts who have been shown in the news. Their names have been shown in the news.
Sure, yeah, I'll try it out. But I think, yeah.
Same thing. It is very specific. It now kind of dawns on you. Your mother found some form of way to circumvent whatever the hell this book is. Not completely, but at least it keeps her, well, keeps her identity hidden.
How? Way around this book. Actually, I'm gonna try. I don't know if I should. I'm gonna try looking into the vial.
The water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't really tested it out, so I'm gonna try looking into it.
It is the murky swamp water from the bayou in Jericho City. It is. Looks like it's full of pollution. The water looks very dirty as it is. Let's make it a spot hidden.
Okay.
You can update Corey later.
Yep, Kore went to the toilet.
Yeah, I got
Sorry, what? You lagged for a bit?
I got 13.
13. Okay, nice. Extreme success. So, the water, it is murky, and it is that weird swamp water. It's black, it's disgusting, and you feel like if you open this vial, it's going to smell bad in the entire Starbucks area. But you realize something. The water again shows a reflection of yourself into it. It starts to have a path that's kind of clear and open. There's nothing weird with the reflection, but you do see it become crystal blue enough to reflect on you. And you just look into it, and it's odd how it does that, and then it becomes murky again. This is the same for both the vial of water in the security deposit box and the bottle of water that you have.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll just try to do the same thing that I did with the book. Just experimenting lang with the water. I'm gonna try whispering my name into it.
Nothing happens when you whisper into the water.
I'm gonna look up at Kore and say, I think you're going insane.
Welcome to the club. Wrong.
Come to the party. I'm a little stumped right now. It just feels so weird. Can you roll an idea for the water?
Yes, you can. Difficult success.
I got a 7. I think that's extreme.
That is an extreme success. You have an idea, a very good, well, it's an idea. It's a pretty bad idea, but it is an idea. The vial of water does clear up every now and then when you look into it, and the longer you kind of stare at it, and the longer you look at it, the more clear it gets. You kind of move around a bit, try to take the book away. You realize the further away from the book you are, the more murky it is. The closer you are to the book, the more clear it gets when you look into it. And at some point in looking into it, it becomes perfectly clear. Kore can see this too.
Core's busying herself with the coffee because she's seeing the book and the water, and those two never go well together. So yeah, she's going to pretend nothing's happening.
So I was gonna say.
Yes, it's a Friday today.
It's
Friday. It's Friday.
It's Friday.
It's actually Thursday. But Wonvu, you have a really stupid idea that comes into your head that you think is the only thing that you could do.
Do you want me to do it right here?
I would like to note that I would be looking at him if I see him opening the jar.
That comes into your head, Wonvu.
I need to
in the presence of the book. In the presence of the book.
I could open it and take a little sip.
Wonvu, I don't like the look on your face. What are you planning on doing with that jar?
Wonvu, you also realize that when lots of people play in the bayou, lots of children get run around there, they play, people even camp by, not too near the water, unless they want to be smelling disgust. But lots of people go to the bayou. There's never been of course in the suicide forest surrounding it, there's never been an instance that someone got lost there, looked in the water, and something creepy happened. Not even children. It's never been a problem with that. It only happened when you went there and carried the book with you. Now, are you drinking that water?
I'm gonna drink it from the big
Kore, you see
bottle,
this.
but just a big sip. Small sip. I'm looking at the book. Well, it's clear. It's clear!
Kore, the water is clear like spring water.
I don't care. I saw what it looked like before, and I am not putting that anywhere near my mouth, and I don't know why you're doing it, but to each of his own. Yeah, sure. Cheers!
Cheers. You drink? You drink the water. It tastes like spring water, actually. It tastes pretty good. Doesn't taste like swamp water. Tastes like regular water. You feel it, despite the fact that you're kind of in room temperature and it hasn't been frozen or anything, you feel it really cold. This cold shiver down your throat, like you drank something made that's ice, was melted ice, and it just fills your body and nothing happens. You just drink the water. Take a sip, you drink, it's like drinking normal water. Despite the fact that this is bayou.
Do you have tetanus now?
I'm just gonna look up at Kore anyways. I'm just gonna go like just that look at my face with the thumbs up.
Does it taste like, shit?
It tastes amazing actually.
I'll take your word for it. No, I'll take your word for it. You know what? I trust you. You're a good friend of mine. You've never lied to me once.
I almost want
I'll take your word for it.
I almost want to make Kore roll sanity for that remark.
I'll take your word for it. You're my trusted friends, and I believe what you say. You're never gonna bullshit me. Yeah?
Wonvu,
I'm
you
just
don't
gonna
feel
look
any
at the
different.
book while she talks.
Yeah,
I'll stick to my
I'm just gonna
Starbucks.
look at-
the book is empty. What do you want to do with it?
I'll just try it again, like with my
With your
mom, I
name?
guess, with Zaria.
With
With Zaria.
your mom, nothing has changed. She's still
Okay,
here.
with my name.
It says here, specifically, Wonvu is testing out different methods with the water and the book in a particular shop. It no longer says where you are, what address, or where you're going. It's become as vague as it is with your mother.
Oh my god. You drink the water. Gonna yell. I'm not gonna yell, just gonna like loudly.
Yeah, you did?
No. I'm gonna show her. Try searching my name.
On the book.
Fine, alright. I'll take it. Wonvu Rabinovich.
The book does say Wonvu is researching in a particular coffee shop about the book and the water. It no longer specifies where he is. It doesn't even specify
Kore
the
Bennett?
day that he's doing this. When you search your name, it still says what particular Starbucks in what district and what time and day.
Well, holy shit.
It's the water. She drank the water. Oh my god. Well.
I'm pushing the book back. Well, that doesn't make it any easier for us, but how are we supposed to find your mother still? Is there a way to reverse this effect so we can find her?
Actually,
I will give Wonvu an idea roll, but it's a difficult success.
Is it not possible for me
got
to...
27.
No,
Oh my god.
this is
I got
for-
27.
This is for his relation to his mother. 27.
I got 27.
This is your mother, and despite the fact that she's been missing for what, a few months? Was it? Despite
Like
the
a
fact-
month or so, more than.
Yeah, despite the fact that she's been missing for a couple of months, she's still your mother. You still know her. You've known her most of your life.
Mhm.
And she has taught you a thing or two about your research techniques, how you do things. She passed on some knowledge to you without really telling you what she was in the past.
Mm.
You have a few places in mind where you think she might research, and given that the library is closed but the internet is always open, because people still simp and stay by the library to kind of get the Wi-Fi signal. It wouldn't be unreasonable to assume she might be doing her research there. After all, you did find one of the books in that library, and something did happen to Kore in that library. Clearly, that library does have something in it. It also has all the articles of the history of the city since it was founded.
Is it closed right now, though? I thought it was closed.
It is, which makes it perfect for someone who's investigating the weird things that are happening. You're no stranger to breaking and entering. It's
Yeah.
not unrealistic to assume your mother wasn't either.
Just gonna look at Kore and gonna smirk. Hey,
Yeah.
what do you think about paying a visit to the dear old library?
Is it part of the investigation or just trying to bully me?
Both.
Just second, but it's more of the first.
Of course. Yeah, sure. Wait, it's closed. Are we going to ask Norman for access, or are we going to do this the usual way?
If we can't talk to Norman, we could always do it the old-fashioned way.
Let's try reaching out then. I'll just grab my phone and call him.
He is gonna answer the bit and just says, "Hey guys, what's going on?"
Hey, I'll put it on loudspeaker. We
Yeah?
kinda need to go to the library. Got keys?
Well, I don't know. I mean, are we still looking into? I thought we were done with the whole Aaron Stone thing.
I'm just looking for a person that might be there. That's why I need to get there. Is it possible to do it quite discreetly as well as not to let this person?
Right. Okay. I can't join you, of course, but I'll
That's
head over
fine.
there and unlock the front door. I'll leave a key under the. Sorry, I won't unlock the front door. I'll just leave a key under the mat. You know, classic.
Mm-hmm.
And just get it from there.
The giant welcome mat of the library.
I just need you to, lock up when you're done and drop the key over at my apartment.
Right.
Just slide it under my
Consider it
door.
done.
Good.
Thank you.
I'll just hang up. Thank you, dear. Hanging up. Well, at least we're doing something legal, relatively, today.
I really don't mind doing it legally, but sure, just do it. That's it.
There's always an easier way. Well, go drive us.
You've had your lunch here, and you're heading over to the library, which takes you about maybe an hour in the traffic. And just when you get to the steps of the library, there is in fact a large mat, normally for people drying their feet. It rains a lot in Jericho, but when you kind of peel it off,
Mm-hmm.
you do have a large key to open the door with. And you open the door. Yeah?
The outside, is there a way I could see if anything's been disturbed, like if there's someone inside?
Not
from the
front.
outside facade. Okay.
Not from the
Yeah,
front. Everything in the front is very fixed and as it should be.
Right, then yeah, let's just go in there, I guess.
You enter.
Alright.
Library is closed. Again, several floors and several sections. When you enter, make me a listen roll. And because of the success, it'll have to be difficult. No, not difficult. Just a listen roll.
Got a 16.
Ooh, 16 on the listen. Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Wonvu.
43, but I was thinking of pushing it. Is Cora's roll enough? Because if not, I'll push it.
Oh, more than enough.
Okay, yeah,
Um,
I'll just leave it at that.
So Wonvu is kind of one-track mind focused on research and finding his mother. Kore,
Mhm.
you hear the faintest footsteps and shuffling of paper and books. Like, it's very faint, it's very light, and whoever's doing this is very much an expert. Were it not for your own expertise in this sort of thing, you may not have heard it, but it echoes just ever so slightly in the library. Someone is here. And someone's
Do I
cleaning
know
up
which
the
direction?
research. Second floor and the left section. That's your general idea, but that's it.
I'll gently tap Wonvu and then just say, just tap him. Quiet.
Just gonna.
Someone-
Are
I'm
you
just gonna gesture her with me.
are you proceeding stealthily?
Yes, we are.
Stealth roll?
I am nervous.
You wanna use Discord?
Is that a 6 or a 9?
36 for
failed.
stealth.
I think it's 29.
What, you got 29?
I got 29.
I failed.
I was gonna say that no, the library echoes a lot, so no. How badly did you fail?
Just a normal fail.
No,
Not,
are you willing to push it?
in a way, yeah. I guess I'm gonna push it by removing my shoes by
Go
the
ahead.
door, so it won't click on
Go
the
ahead.
wood. Okay. I Unfortunately, Kore tripped and hit her face on the corner of the table. I still
So
failed.
Kore tried to remove her shoes because it was making
Mhm.
a little bit too much noise.
Clacking noises.
So she took off her shoes, but her socks just Kore lands her butt. That was a bit of noise.
Just run.
Wonvu
It's your mother.
can get out. Kore is all too noisy and starts to pick herself up. Your butt hurts a little bit, and it kind of hurts to move.
I was just gonna make a dash, like a dash.
Yep. You make a dash. You go up the second floor. You don't see anything. However, Kore, you hear the cocking of a gun next to your head. You've got 3 seconds to tell me what you're doing here.
I'm guessing you're Rose. I am with your son.
Who? Name.
Wonvu.
I'm just gonna
Backs
yell. No, I'm just gonna look around the second floor still.
You don't see anyone on the second floor. Actually, make me a spot hidden roll, Wonvu. Rose the girl kind of just puts the gun back a bit. What did you roll?
18.
Wonvu, you do see something in the second floor. Kind of moving really slowly. Looks like a woman. Looking through one of the shelves, but moving really slow.
Do I know this person? It's not
No,
Rose, right?
it's still too dark in this area.
I'm gonna approach slowly, like yeah. I have my eye on this person.
Wonvu, what you see is a ghoul. And it just
What?
you have more dexterity to this ghoul, so what do you do? You have way more dexterity in this ghoul.
I wanna fire a gun in the library.
What would you like
Yeah,
to
I'm
do?
gonna
You
fire
can
a gun
run.
in the library.
Running is an action. You can run.
Following my footsteps.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run and hold on
Okay.
to my gun.
You run. You have the gun. The ghoul is slow.
Down the stairs.
It's just shambling.
I'm just gonna yell, Kore!
What?
She puts the gun out.
It's a
Is that him?
fucking ghoul down here, up here.
Shit!
Fuck no, I ain't dealing with that.
Shit! Wait here.
God
She
damn
runs.
it. Pulling my gun.
She runs past you. She doesn't notice you anymore. She Wonvu, you do see her mother. She's in a cap and a hood, kind of hiding, but you do recognize her face, and she just Wonvu.
What the fuck was you doing here?
Behind. Wait, stay there. And then she just aims and it is silenced, but it's still a library and it still echoes, and she does hit the ghoul. Ooh, that's a lot. Let's talk later. Let's just handle this thing first, please.
Okay.
Corin, you have more dexterity than Wonvu, so you go first.
Okay, I am going to pull my gun, make sure I have a clear shot, and shoot.
Desert Eagle?
Mm-hmm.
Silenced, correct?
Yep,
Handgun?
always.
Roll your handgun.
Rolling. I got a 54. I'm going to. Damn it. Look at all these luck points I'm losing.
Luck?
If I push it and if I miss, would
You
I
might
end up
hit
hitting
someone.
someone else?
But it is
Oh,
a
use my
50.
luck.
You got pretty good odds.
Mm. No. Wait. Would I really risk hitting someone? Because I would want to have a clear shot.
Oh,
Move
well,
to where
if you're
move to a
taking
clear shot.
if you're trying to take a clear shot, aiming is an action.
Oh,
As in taking
yeah, I'll just
aim.
aim.
Okay,
Mhm.
you can
I'll
take
just take
aim.
aim.
Wonvu is paralyzed in fear. You do not need to roll sanity for this because you have seen this before. This is the second thing, maybe the third that you've seen so far, and At some point, you probably expected this coming.
Used to it. I'm fine with this.
Because Wonvu isn't going around, it's just gonna shamble its way. It tries to take a swipe at Wonvu's mother, who's the nearest one. Ooh, that is a good dodge rate. She dodges, so this ghoul tries to take its hand, and she just avoids it very quickly, and rather expertly at that. What would Wonvu do? I know what, I'm gonna go back to you because I'm gonna say that Wonvu is terrified in fear, and then Wonvu got over it.
Wonvu got over it.
Wonvu, hey, there's a ghoul. Your mother shot it. Kore is taking aim, and you can have your turn. It is your mother just dodged an attack from the ghoul. You do have a shot at it.
I don't want to fire a gun at her. Is there anything?
Well, guns have already been fired, so.
Oh yeah, I'll just shoot it then.
Shots
handgun,
fired.
which
Literally.
is a 35.
Okay. Oh, I got 11.
Nice. Hard success. Okay, that is 2d6 plus 2 damage.
I got 7 plus 2, so that's 13.
7 plus 2. Wait, 7 plus 2?
11.
11 plus 2. Okay. Yeah. Wonvu takes a shot. This thing's arm falls off. Your mother can't help but look and say, "Good shot."
I've been training, I guess.
Kore, you've taken aim, so you can have a bonus dice for your attack. This thing is just about ready to drop, but still needs a good hit on it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So that sounds bad.
It does sound bad. I'm probably going to damage a few books, and Norman is probably going to kill me, but I did miss.
What is it?
I got a 79.
With a bonus?
Twice.
Dice?
I got it twice.
Yeah, you take aim and just
I'm changing
fire
my
it
dice.
off into the distance. No, the Desert Eagle does not have the capacity to attack more than once. Okay.
I'm just going to pull back, make sure that I'm out of reach.
The mother just kind of, you can move back. The mother just takes a knife and just carves this thing open. And then she just stands back. You see the body of this ghoul shamble down the stairs. It rolls down the steps. It crashes down. That is a very dead ghoul, for whatever it's worth.
Is there blood everywhere?
There is, but what you see happen is that the blood is all blackened and it looks like it's been rotting, and that is a corpse in the public library that Norman gave you a key. Yeah, you're having to look away. When you move away, however, Kore, you do find another ghoul. A slightly larger one. You may take your aim, because you're the first person to see it. You may take your shot.
What the fuck?
Finally hit.
Do we see that?
33.
What is it?
Got a 33. Finally hit.
Nice.
Hey.
3d6 plus 3.
3d6. Oh damn. That's 6, 6, and 3.
6, 6, 3. Well, 15? Right? 6, 6, 3.
The bonus.
No, that's plus 3. That's the bonus. So.
Wait, no, I got 2, 6, and the 3 plus the bonus.
2, 6 plus the 3. So that is 15 plus 3. That's 18. Ooh. Yeah, you take one shot. This ghoul is pretty close to you. It's hard to miss, and you just shoot it right in the chest. It shambles back a few feet. The mother hears this and just kind of calls out to you.
Wonvu!
Is there something else up there?
Yeah, another one.
Hold on.
The
She
fuck?
runs back up.
I'm gonna run up.
It's her turn first. She just takes aim, and then she also shoots at it. Oh, unfortunately, the ghoul is too much in the darkness, and the shot fires into the wall. And then she just goes, shit! Wonvu, you can run up here. As you follow through, you see your mother aims and misses. Too much darkness here. You can roll another firearms if you want to try and hit the ghoul.
Yeah, is it far away? Is it really far away from me?
No, it's within range.
Yeah, but how many feet? Like really far or like?
Call of Cthulhu doesn't really count feet, but by estimate about 15 feet-ish, give or take.
Wait,
You can also go up to point blank if you want to.
Point blank? Actually, yeah, I think I'll go up to point blank.
Okay. I believe that will give you a bonus dice. I may be wrong about that, but I'll check it next time. For now, take a bonus dice.
It's nothing gonna be high. It's not gonna be higher than a 5, right?
You got a 5? Well, it might be. But a 5 is an extreme success. So roll your 2d6 plus 2.
That's a 12.
12. Yeah, so Wonvu just sees this, sees that it's coming after her mother and his mother and his friend. He just runs forward to the ghoul, puts the gun up to its head and blasts its head. The brains and whatever it had in his head just splatters to the back. The ghoul falls down in shambles again, and your mother just goes up to you. Wonvu, dear, you alright? Are you okay? Are you hurt?
Yeah, I'm right.
Good, good. What on earth are you doing here?
Hey, you know, I just had to make sure you're alright. Of course, I got curious, so, you know.
Right.
So, I'm gonna point at Kore.
First things first.
Says...
She looks and says, first things first. I'm sorry for putting the gun on you. You must understand I'm a little paranoid with everything that's been going on. I apologize.
Yeah, I can tell. It's fine, just...
Apologize. Wonvu, what are you doing here? How did you even know I was here?
Paranoia runs in the blood, but yeah, I found out you were still in town, so I had to go looking for you. I got curious, so I just needed to make it okay.
Wait, I don't understand. I have spent so many months making sure that you could never find me. I even drank the disgusting water. How did you find me?
I'm gonna pull out the book from my bag.
Is that one of those books? Why is it so large?
It's actually used. I don't even know. But I was actually one of my cases. I was tasked to look into Ironstone. I found these journals and used them to find you, I guess.
Did you
I
go
could explain,
to the
but
security
that's what
deposit?
Yeah, I did.
So you found my warehouse?
I did.
I don't believe this. You know what, kiddo? I am both very, very proud of you and very, very mad.
Okay, I just needed to make sure you were okay.
I specifically went away without any notice so you wouldn't be involved in this. I specifically did all of this so you and your father would not be involved in what I'm
already involved in this. I had to look into it for a case. Now I have all this shit on me.
Wait. Is this not the first time you people have seen this? She points at the ghoul. And you know what these books do?
Into iron. Yes, I do. I know what the water does as well. God, you should have seen the look on her face when I drank it. I'm gonna point to Kore.
Ugh. Leave me out of this.
You drank the water.
So good, did.
Good. Did you?
outside.
She looks at Kore. Did you drink it?
No, why would I? That's literally swamp water.
Because if you're involved in this, Aaron Stone will likely be tracking you and every step you take. And when he tracks you, he's going to send these things. He makes these things.
I'm just gonna cross my arms. I'm gonna smirk at Kore, like with a face that says, I told you so.
I'm sorry, I'm not open-minded enough to drink swamp water. Just, give it to me. Fuck this.
Wait for it to turn clear.
Put the book close to her, so
I'm not drinking it as it is.
You
Just waiting for it to clear up.
You spend a few minutes, and then it kind of clears up into crystal water.
Ugh, doesn't make it any easier. Fuck it.
Drink it, and it is cold. Very cool, very refreshing, actually. It makes you feel a lot better and calmer. And it makes you feel more like you have more clarity in the world. And this is where my homebrew comes in. I didn't give this to Wonvu to not ruin the surprise, but both of you add a point of sanity to yourselves.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
This is a
Jesus fucking Christ.
This is a one-time thing. But it is a point, and points are hard to come by.
It matters so much.
Somehow,
like she just won $1 million right now.
Thank you so much for this.
somehow the water gives you a sense of clarity and clear-mindedness, and it keeps you calm and cool and collected. When you hand the jar back, the mother says, "Okay, good. Say your name in the book and see if it's still tracking you, or if it can still track you."
Alright. Kore Bennett.
You open the book, and it does just say that Kore is in a bit of a problem. Doesn't specify what the problem is. Kore was in a bit of a problem. It doesn't specify what the problem is and where you are. But there was an altercation, and that's all it says.
Yeah. And
Okay.
if they got nothing on me, I'm gonna give it back.
The other thing, since you're all involved in this anyway, the other thing is that the water, it's not... Everyone in Jericho City believes that it is some kind of polluted, swamp water, and it's not. It really isn't. It's a facade. How much of all of this have you all seen lately?
I think for a moment.
How
I'm gonna say, well, we did go to the river, so...
How clear are you on everything, on all of this, on everything that's happened? Is any form of clarity?
When we went into your little room in the warehouse,
That doesn't have everything. That was just everything I was willing to lose, or everything that I was willing for people to see.
We only know as much as that.
I know this is going to sound crazy, but I need you to listen to me. I know how it sounds. The water is not murky or swamp or anything. It never was. It is a clean river. I know for most of your lives, most of everyone's lives in Jericho, it's been a bayou, a swamp water. To most of the world, it's a swamp water, but it's not. It's clean, it's clear, it's fresh. Something is corrupting it, leaving the illusions of those, whatever it looks like, this suicide forest, those bodies hanging around, they're not real. It's been rumored that people have been committing suicide in that forest, sure. But there are no records in Jericho City or anywhere else of people who committed suicide, and their bodies were there. Not a single body has ever been found in that forest. No body has ever been hung in that forest. They did not commit suicide there.
I'm gonna pause for a moment.
is making those things. When you went to the forest, did you see anything weird? Did your vision start to change? Did things? It's
Yeah, did.
the forest.
Actually did see the forest.
The river is connected. The river is connected to something. It's connected to the greater ocean, and it affects the forest, and something is polluting that river. There are so many books and so many things about Jericho City being built on the ruins of some ancient civilization. I can't find any more references on it, but it's there. And Jericho City was built on some form of ruins, but I can't find anything. And people who have gone under the ocean, who have explored under the city, never found anything, but it's there. And it's causing all of this, all the problems in the city, those artifacts, that artifact with a strange symbol. It's all connected, and I am trying so desperately to find a way to connect it, but I am... Everything has taken a strain. It's taken its toll on me, and I'm having a difficult time separating fact from fiction. I'm not even sure if both of you are here right now, but I'm hoping you are.
I'm just gonna put my hand on her
looks
shoulder.
back. The two of you make me either make me a psychology roll, both of you. Bonus dice because it's pretty obvious. I'll make you roll anyway.
Wait, I'm gonna roll.
Kore is a 50.
I hate sevens.
I
I
got
hate
25.
What is yours, Kore?
I failed. I got a 71. I hate sevens.
On both?
35.
I got an 81 on the first, if that counts.
Okay, so Kore, not much. Wonvu, you're starting to realize how much of a toll this has taken on your mother. She's been investigating this for well over 2 months since she disappeared.
Huh?
You've been doing this for a few, not even a week,
Yeah.
and it's already taken a toll on both of you. Imagine what 2 months has done to her. It's amazing she's even held up this long.
Could have mental constitution, man. Pins in the blood. Yeah, I was gonna... I'm gonna put a hand on... I'm gonna put a hand on her. What am I gonna say? We're here now. We're here now, and we're here to help. We're pretty much involved. I have no choice. I want to make sure you're safe.
I found something. Aaronstone is hiring the Gambini crime family. He's hiring them as some sort of muscle or transport. He hired them to find something, and they found it, and now he's hiring them to transport that item safely to them. And the Gambini family is preparing like it's a war zone. They've got weapons, they've got all their top assassins, all their top guys to transport something that's arriving by ship tomorrow night. He wants to transport directly to his house, no questions and no interruptions. And the entire family has been paid so much that practically every member of the family is going to be part of this. We have to look into it. We need to...
Look at Kore.
It has something to do.
What artifact is it? Is it the same one that went missing like 100 years ago?
I don't know, but it might be, and if it is, I need to know why he needs it. I need to know what's going on. I have lost too many people, too many friends to not figure this out.
I'm gonna look at Kore and I'm gonna ask. So it might be worth looking into it. It's gonna show.
We don't need to do anything to the family. We don't need to disrupt their operations. We just need to watch them, even from afar. They're going to be transporting something small, and they're going to be carrying all their armaments and all their people. That's going to be a large blockade. That's going to be a lot of cars. We could stay in in the roofs of buildings and the high-rise buildings and just track them, watch them if they really do go to Aaron's house. And if they do, then his contract with the family is over and we can investigate Aaron without having to disrupt the family. I know how dangerous they are, but this is important. You don't understand. This is more than just one person or one suicide or one problem. Aaron is going to do something that is going to... It's going to be bad. And it's not just you or me or the city. It's going to affect the world. He's doing something, and I know how that sounds, but you have to believe me. If someone told you about zombies a few weeks ago, would you believe them? Would you?
Probably not.
And yet, so how crazy is it to think that Aaron is doing all of this? How crazy is it to think that he might be doing something bigger, that he might be planning something bigger? And he's not alone. He has followers. He has a cult. There are multiple people following him in what he's doing, and I don't know all their names. I tracked 2 of them down. If he read through my files, he would have found their names, but I tracked 2 of them. But he has more. It's not just him. It's an entire network that dates back all the way to the 1800s. They've been doing this for centuries. And no one has ever come this close. I'm sorry. I know I'm rambling. It's been a long 2 months. I am starting to lose my head. But this is real. And you're in it now. I wouldn't blame either of you if you decide to walk away, but please don't stop me, because no one else is going to, if not me. Something's going to happen.
Listen, I'm not walking away from this, alright? So whatever this conspiracy is, it's already affecting me, my friends, my family as well, so I have no choice. I'm in it now. And the best I can do to protect those people that I care about is to be in it. Like, if I walk away, then there's nothing that's gonna stop this. Better if I help. I'm already in it. Feels the noble way to do. What do you think, Kore? I'm gonna look at her.
Well, first of all, Look, my family and that family don't really go well together, and the last thing I would want is to bring problems to my family, especially since I left, quote unquote. But, if you promise me that we're not getting involved with their family, then sure, I will get to Aaron Stone and I will find out what the fuck he's doing.
We just need to track what they're doing. We don't need to disrupt it. And if it goes to one of their warehouses or they bring it to their place, then we let it go. I just need to know that whatever they're getting, they're going to deliver straight to Aaron Stone. And then we focus on Stone because his contract with him ends there.
Yeah, just, if anything goes sideways with their family, I cannot assure you that I have your back. I am not leading them to my family.
I understand. In fact, the 2 of you don't even have to be involved in the tracking. You can help me with Aaron Stone, but if you don't want to be involved with the tracking of his package, that's fine. I've got telescopes, I've got cameras, and I've been doing this for, well, most of my life. Sorry, kid, I never told you, but
it's fine.
I know how to do this. You don't have to track them. If you don't want to be involved with their family, I understand. I just need to know that they're going to deliver to Aaron Stone, so I have a reason to go to Aaron Stone's house again. That house is a nightmare.
You know, but
yeah,
I'm
it is.
gonna help you.
Do you know why he's collecting the swamp water? Have you found that out yet? Why he's collecting that water? Why he's paying that? Do you know that he's paying the antiquity store to collect water for him?
Yeah, we discovered that quite early, actually.
Have you seen the pool in his basement That crystal pool with the strange things. That's what the swamp
Where's
water
it in
really
there?
looks
Doesn't
like. That's what the water looks like when it's not filtered with these illusions.
God.
And these books, this book now, I guess they've merged. I didn't know they could do that, but now that they've kind of merged it, I've been debating on whether or not to destroy the book. How many did you find? Did you get any more than just one, or did you? 4, including mine?
Yeah.
What were the 3 that you had? What did they tell you? What kind of futures did they show you?
Well, they were initially labeled when we got them.
What did they say?
They were the first one. It said something about the future person you whisper into it. Second said us, which is like mankind, I guess, and the third is myself, I guess.
Right.
If you look into it.
The book I had was a consolidated form. It gives you the information of anything you whisper into it. I'm guessing those 3 books that you found were just other, like, separate volumes of this one book, and now that it's back together, it's... He just whispers, Earth. And she looks into the book. Oh dear.
What is it?
She
I
drops
look
it.
into it. You wanna look at it?
She dropped it.
I'm gonna look at it.
No, I can't let this happen. No.
I'll peek at it as well.
I'll look
You
at
open
it.
it.
Still holding.
It fills up to the last page. And it says here, in the year 2021, 2 years from now, the great old ones rise and devour the world.
Huh. Are you sure that's not 2020? Because not too shabby to happen this year. Yeah.
I wonder what
yeah.
have you dragged me into?
This is what he's doing.
I don't even fucking know.
Every time I used my book, the book I had, the one in the security box, to look into something like this, look into the world and what's going on, it wouldn't answer me. It wouldn't give me a concrete answer. Now that it's been joined with the rest of the books that you have, it's giving. This is what he's working towards. This is what he's trying to do. This is what the cult has been doing. They've been speaking of some sort of great old ones and how they're going to rise and reclaim the world, and I know how this sounds. I know how this sounds, but what of anything that's happened makes sense right now? Does anything make sense to you right now? Anything that's happened the last few days that you've been looking into this?
No,
I'm sorry.
he didn't.
I'm sorry.
Hey, it's fine.
The family is going to transport that item tomorrow night. I'm going to be tracking them from the tallest buildings in Jericho City. I could use your help to set up in different buildings. You just need a telescope. You'll be in a high rise, 100 floors above the street. We're not tracking them by car. We just need to cover the road from Main Road, from the docks, to Wolfswood to Aaron's home.
Right.
I'll understand if you don't want to help me. I can pay some guys.
Oh, no, it's fine. I'll help.
I am so...
Fuck it, I'm in.
I am so sorry for that you both had to be dragged into this. I was trying
We're gonna get dragged into it even without.
I was trying to solve this
happen to be
on
part
my
of
own.
it.
I was trying to figure this out by myself, so that no one else has to go through it. I'm sorry.
After this as well. Let's just get with it. It's fine.
Yeah. I think you might want to know.
What?
2 days from now, Aaron is going to be mortally wounded. He's going to die in Arthur's hand. The bastard, the rich bastard from that. That's what the book says about him. Do you know anything about that?
The book I had was incomplete. It just said that Aaron would die in 2 days. But I didn't know.
He's going to be stabbed. Or shot to the heart, I think. I don't know.
I didn't. She whispers, Aaron Stone. She opens. He's going to get shot, mortally wounded as he kills Arthur Westway. Arthur Westway. Is that Alicia's father?
Yeah.
Alicia.
Was the person that hired me to look into this. Now I'm pretty much involved. Blame him, I guess.
Alicia. That's it. Alicia Westway. I remember she was involved, not with Aaron, but she was with Aaron. Aaron wanted to recruit her into his group, into the cult, and tried to prime her slowly, but she thought it was a joke. She didn't take it seriously, and when she started seeing that Aaron was serious, and she didn't accept it, Aaron showed her the blood pool in his basement. It's that. That is what drives these children. That's what drives these people to suicide. Aaron tries to recruit them. It's a long recruiting process, but if he feels like somewhere down the line they're not going to agree to it, he's going to show them that pool. I don't know what they see, but he's going to show them that pool, and it's going to drive them to kill themselves. Some sort of cosmic horrors that they can't. I don't know, something like that.
I looked into that pool actually.
Not the the blood pool. Not the pool, the small kind of pedestal with blood. But
okay.
She just tells you, it only shows you those things when he wants it to show you. This is a mess. This is a mess. Look, none of you can ever return to his party, and do not ever go to that basement under his invite. Okay?
Look at Kore.
You don't have to say it twice. I'm never going back there. There's blood, there's bodies. I ain't dealing with that again.
I go back in there again.
I need more coffee.
She hands you a flask. Here.
You know what? That'll do. Yeah.
It's a really good but really strong whiskey. It's good, but it's really strong.
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna look at Wonvu. Looks like you got more than the paranoia. That was. Thank you.
Runs in the blood?
She raises
alcoholism.
She raises her eyebrow. Then she looks at Wonvu. You've been drinking?
Oh, you have no idea.
I'm
Look at his bag right now.
Have you been
Look
getting
at his
drunk?
bag, mother. Look at his bag, mother.
Have you been getting drunk?
God. 24. 24.
Look at his bag.
This is not the time.
Not the time.
Wait. We need to go. If he was tracking us, then he still knows that this is the last place he went to. He might send more of these things.
Yeah, let's just go. We can go to my apartment.
Shit, I don't know how to clean up a messy library. Kore,
We have a friend.
make
Maybe
me
you can help
an
us.
intelligence roll.
Wait, Sophie.
Kore, specifically.
Okay.
Yeah, because you don't know how to clean up blood.
Pass.
Pass.
Hey.
Kore, you have a contact. They're a little pricey, but cleaners.
Yep, definitely.
They're a little pricey.
Yeah, it's
Wonvu's
something
mother
I
looks
can
like
afford,
she's...
I'm assuming.
Yes, however, Wonvu's mother looks like she might be willing to pay for it.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, well, I do know a few people who clean up these kinds of mess.
Well, not these kinds, but you know, bodies.
Whatever it is, I'll cover the cost. Give me an account, I'll transfer the money.
I'll take your word for it.
You call them. The guy you're
I'm gonna
calling.
whisper.
The guy, you hear a voice. It's kind of very mundane, and they just kind of answer, "Jericho Cleaners, how can I help you?"
Darling, I have some laundry I might need you to take care of.
And then there's a bit of a pause. Dry clean?
Dry cleaning.
Hmm.
There's like 2 bags here. Might need like a bit more effort.
2 bags. Was there a
A
stain
bit
left
messy.
behind?
Oh, a lot. It's really messy. I was busy, you know, painting.
Would you like the high-powered cleaning service?
High power sounds great, and make sure no one sees it. I mean, they can be very incriminating. There's a lot of odd clothes in that bag.
What about the clothes that are ruined? Would you like us to incinerate it for you?
Yes, make sure there's nothing left, darling.
Alright, we'll send you the bill. And the account.
And I'll send you the address.
Good doing business with you.
Avoid to pick it up.
Sure.
Thank you, dear.
I'm gonna to Kore. I'm gonna say, how much was that?
Oh, no, don't worry about it. It's just a friend. Anyway, I'll be sending the information
Yep.
to you, Mrs.
Rabinovich.
Rabinovich. And, yep.
She
And I'll just
says,
send library, Jericho Library, second floor.
She texts and she you hear a ping on her phone, and then in a few seconds, or rather a few minutes, as you guys leave the library, you hear a ping on your phone, and it just texts, "Payment received, cleaners on the way."
Thank you, dear.
You can leave.
Was that
Just a few cleaning services, you
No.
know, we kind of make a mess sometimes.
Cord, you can lock the library because you know that they have keys to every public building in Jericho City for certain
Yep.
reasons. So you can still lock it and keep your promise Norman, and it will be spotless. As you guys leave, Cord, if you're driving, Wonvu's mother kind of just directs you to a place. I've got a safe house in Cornwall. Cornwall district being a well-known criminal district. Lots of small-time criminals, including the Cortez drug cartel, but it's also known for its questionable entertainment and gentlemen's clubs.
Yep.
But
To your
Kore,
place. This would try.
Kore, to your knowledge, it is in fact a very good place to hide out because everyone is a criminal. No one really
Yep.
knows what they're looking for here. So it's
Hiding a tree in the forest.
Yep. You find a nondescript, kind of rundown apartment, and it's within the red light district. And it's also closer to sundown now. So you get up there. She opens the room. She does tell you, "Don't come in yet." She opens the door, and she kind of steps aside for a bit. She goes up, and you can hear some clicking, like, and you see her put down a shotgun from the door. "Okay, you can come in now."
Jesus.
It's with a shot.
It's a trap.
Okay. Walk in.
It's-
Okay.
I've been through a lot, and that's not even including the city. It's just a. You know what, Wonvu? You're going to figure this out. The longer you go into this job, people are going to be angry.
It's fine. I think I've pointed a shotgun at my bedroom door at some point already. Yeah,
It's an occupational hazard.
that is.
And I thought I was the criminal.
Don't actively do crimes. Technically, it's self-defense. But we're not judging here. No judgment
True.
from
It's
us.
legally binding.
Don't judge us. We don't judge you.
I mean, you can judge me all you want. I'm friends with your son. So you don't really have much of a choice, Mom. We're in it together.
She looks at her son. You're right.
Hey, is that an insult?
I was gonna say that you have questionable taste in friends, but then I remembered I had friends who were much worse, so I'm actually proud of you.
I'm not the one who has a shotgun on their door, Mom.
You get
I'm
into this
actually
like
pretty
Keep
vanilla.
calling your mom.
You get-
I don't know. I don't know her name. I know her as Rose, but I don't want
Zaria.
to call her as Rose because I know it's not her name.
Zaria.
Zaria. Just call her
Ah.
Zaria. This is
Zaria.
Rabinovich or
Z is
Wonvu's
fine.
No,
mom. Her
I'm not
Wonvu's
saying
mom.
your surname. That's a mouthful.
Z is fine.
Just call her Wonvu's mom.
She just goes and says, Z is fine. Sorry.
Z. That's perfect. Nice to
Um,
meet you, Z. My name is Kore. I am your son's
Keeper?
friend.
With our contact. And I guess
And I thought we were friends. Criminal contact. That's all I am to you.
I'm no, it's just how I introduced you formally, okay? Okay, fine, we're friends, okay. Calm down.
Fine, I'm kidding. I was kidding. Jesus.
When you enter her house, I want you to make me. I'm debating whether it's spot hidden or just intelligence, but I'm gonna call it intelligence.
Both of us?
Mm-hmm.
Passed. 39.
Okay.
18.
Okay. When you enter her house, both of you realize one thing. The positioning of the chairs, the living room, where you would normally sit or stay down, is very perfectly positioned such that it avoids being seen through the window. So no matter where you sit in this house, as long as you're sitting on some of the chairs at where they're positioned, no one can see you through the window. And the rest of this house, the wood is very creaky, like every step, and it's very loud and annoying. So annoying and so loud and so creaky that it is impossible any house could be this badly built. She did this on purpose. Every single step you take makes a noise that could wake someone up. There is no part of this house that can be seen through the windows where you would be sitting, unless you were actually intending to stand next to the window. Every floorboard creaks loudly. This is not a place that you could stealth around. This is not a place, no matter how good you are, this is not a place you could possibly sneak around without making a little bit of sound. She has positioned these things very expertly. She also opens up her drawers and you see those two handguns. Sorry. She opens up her drawers and she puts down her two handguns. They're both 9mm, very basics, but they're easy to conceal. The Desert Eagle is kind of hard to conceal if you have more than one because of how big it is. But these two, you can have two of them and multiple ammunitions and they're easy enough to hide. She puts them back in the drawers. You notice under the table, there are knives, other smaller guns kind of taped. There's ammunition everywhere. This house is a war zone, can become a war zone very easily. And it's very easy for one person to defend this place.
Nice fortress.
Thank you.
Very interesting choice of items in your household.
It's not really a choice when your life's on the line. But
True.
Yeah, that's what I'm implying.
it was hard at first. I thought that maybe Ironstone found me out and he hired some goons, but then he started sending those zombie whatever the fuck those things are. And I realized I had to fight smart. They were slow, they were shambling, they make a lot of noise. Even if they get sent at night, there's no way they're gonna get through my floorboards. There's a gun everywhere, each of them a different caliber, some of them incendiary rounds. You have to play it smart. I spent a lot of money on these, but I don't know. I'm sorry for dragging you into this, but I just feel like I need to do this. I feel like someone has to do this. Someone needs to do this. We can't just let whatever the fucking book says is gonna happen. And if we don't stop it, then who the hell else will?
Just
I have to do this. I would appreciate your help. But
No, we have to do this.
Kore, I know you've been dragged into this. I'm going to... It doesn't take a detective to figure out that Wonvu dragged you into this because of a case he took. Otherwise, you probably would be
I thought I was just breaking doors, and now apparently I'm fighting zombies. Quick question. Are we just dealing with zombies, or there are also vampires or werewolves that we should be aware about?
I don't think so. Never saw one.
Good.
These
Oh,
are just...
thank God.
I hope there's no tentacle creatures, because those kind of freak me out. You know, with
I
the
believe
weird...
She shows you a book, and it's basically got Cthulhu's face on it.
Ah!
Fuck me sideways. No, don't.
This
Don't,
thing...
I don't like
Don't
tentacles.
that to your mom?
No! It was a rhetoric. Oh my god, I am so sorry. I'm still dig my...
I need more
like
therapy.
that.
I need so much more
Okay,
therapy.
so what is that octopus
I
creature?
need more therapy as well.
It's one of the great old ones. It's the only one that I could find, the most talked about one. Legends say he lives at the bottom of the ocean, and that when he rises he will devour humanity. Guess which part of the ocean he lives under?
Deep part?
The part of the ocean the United States and Jericho City is on top of.
Oh my God! Oh my God! You know what? If I help myself with your wine and your alcohol and your coffee, right?
She opens a cupboard, and you see a whole bunch of bottles of Johnny Walker.
Does it have espresso somewhere in there?
She has a coffee maker.
I'll make my usual brew. Fuck it. Fuck it.
2 tablespoons of coffee and 3 mugs of Johnny Walker.
3. Yep, and three shots of Johnny Walker, and just like,
Yep.
well, fuck.
She just tells you, like I said, we're the ones in the know. Someone needs to stop this. We can't let it
Oh
happen.
my God.
But I understand if you want to walk away. In fact, I wanted to walk away so badly when I found out, but can't. I just can't let this happen. Can't. Surely there's something you want to live for. Something you still want to have. Something you still want to do. Or some people you still care for. All of them are affected by this.
Down on the couch. Pull out that bottle of soju I have. Drink it from the bottle.
What is with you and soju? Yeah, your mother's just gonna grab some vodka. Like a true Russian.
I have vodka, I have soju in my bag. It's just an assortment, man, but I just reach for soju. It's good,
Classic.
okay?
I like me my whiskey.
Vodka tastes good too, I guess.
Corin, you asked for some documents to arrive, right?
Yep, I did.
What were you expecting to get out of that?
Information about occult shit, because she's been researching that shit since she was a
So
kid.
you were asking for her documents, correct?
Mm-hmm. From
You
Julius, yes.
have a text from Julius, actually.
What does
It
say?
says, hey, package got delivered a lot earlier than expected. It's left in your mailbox. Your doorman signed for it. No biggie, but yeah, it's in your mailbox.
I'll just reply, thanks. I mean, some dipshit. Well, you know, the usual. Actually, no, not the usual dipshit. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna call him.
Okay.
Usual
I'm just gonna call him.
And he answers and says, so, deep shit, deeper shit, deepest shit.
Trench kind of shit. I literally
Ariana
trenched with someone in the ocean. Julius. I may sound drunk. Well, technically I am.
What the
But it's up.
fuck have you been having? And where the hell can I get some?
The usual, just the espresso and the Johnny Walker mix. Just
Well, okay, so slow down. What the hell are you talking about? Did you join a cult or something? Is that why you wanted all these books?
No, I'm not joining a cult. You know what? Just
You're not into that Scientology bullshit, are you?
Oh no, fuck that. Like, no. I mean, there's a handsome guy in there, but I'm not just joining it because of him. I may like him as an artist, but I don't like him as anything. I'm just going to say, yeah.
Is he married? I'm gonna ask.
What? Even if he's married, I can admire him from afar. You know, like, why are you even in this conversation? Stop listening. I'm going to like nudge one forward.
Alright, so
Yeah,
what do you need the books for?
Just looking through things. A friend of mine seems to be very interested, and I thought I can help.
Look,
But
if you're in any kind of trouble, you call me.
yeah,
Right? I'm on the first plane there.
I will. Just
And I gave you a bit of a gift in that package. Didn't ask for it, but figured you'd like it. Sorry to help out.
thanks. If anything happens, just the back of the portrait in my room. Check it, alright?
You know I have to look at it now, right?
No, fuck that.
Well, you already
Yeah.
told me what's in it, so...
You're literally miles away. You're an airplane away. Stop. Don't waste my father's money on expenses. Unnecessary ones, but...
Half of the
just
things he
like-
charges to expenses are unnecessary.
I
Your,
mean-
your father just bought a pool table for the pool.
It's a smart idea though, like it's worth the fun.
Do you
I would
It's worth
like
the
to
fun.
put.
do you have any idea how hard it is to play pool in the pool when the pool table is floating in the pool and the balls keep... I'm not even making sense anymore. You know what?
You,
Just
you
call
gotta
me.
admit it's worth the fun. It's worth the fun. It's worth the fun. A pool on a pool. It's
Just-
worth the fun.
Call me if you need anything, alright?
I would try it out at least once. I'm gonna take a course.
Please? Just
You
call
can
me?
visit my place next time if we
Please?
survive through this.
Please just call me if something happens. If you need anything, I'm on the first plane there, alright? Just call me. Promise me.
Yeah, I will.
I've got your back.
Take care, alright? I know. Always.
Alright.
Just, yeah, I'll be fine.
And
Bye.
stay away from the fucking Scientology. I heard they're putting up a church in Jericho.
Wow.
God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sponsored by Tom Cruise himself, you know? So just just don't. Please.
Oh, yeah?
We get
Sure.
to meet Tom. You know, ask.
I mean, if I could meet with him once, I probably would entertain the idea of joining one session. But yeah, goodbye, Julius. It's
Well,
been
maybe
great.
it's gonna be worth
Don't
dying
you dare
after
hang
you-
up on me.
Hanging up.
Don't. You hung up. Okay.
Well, that was interesting.
You left it on speakerphone. That's why I was able to reply the entire time.
Yeah, you did.
I am
Oh.
too inebriated to actually.
Yes.
Well, there's just a. Yeah.
Too inebriated.
Well, you know, if we get out of this alive, maybe we could invite Tom Cruise on that pool on a pool table, or pool table on a pool, whatever that is.
I mean, I could, but I won't. Just I like him, but yeah, it's still private. It's still a private place. Like, I could open an invite to you, and we can play pool on a pool if we manage to survive through, you know, the world ending and stuff.
Just wait. I'm
One,
gonna yell out, "Hey, Mom, do you think you're fine with having pool on a pool?"
sounds like a lot of fun.
See, it's worth the
Sounds-
fun and expense. Like, wanna play pool on a pool? Like, the confusion in people's faces is so worth the expense. I don't know why Julius hates it. It's just, like, worth it. But, yeah, anyway.
It sounds fun too. It's like skydiving.
Ooh.
It's worth the thrill, I guess.
It is worth the
It's that
thrill,
thrill,
but-
but it's interesting.
The night
So yeah, we're
almost
saving-
ends.
we're saving the world now.
And yes, you are. The night
We're
almost
saving
ends.
the world now.
Wonvu, will you stay with your mother? And Kore, I'm assuming you're going home because of that package.
Yep. I'm going home.
Wonvu, I believe you'll be staying with your mother?
Oh, yeah, I'll stay the night just in case anything
Okay.
happens there. But tomorrow night I'll go back to my apartment.
Okay. Kore, you drive home?
I'll call
Um,
my landlord, tell him that I'm away for a night.
Sure. The landlords don't check every day, so it's fine. You don't have to
I'm just
call.
gonna ring it up just in case some shit happens.
Alright. Kore, you are going to be coming home to the doorman of your apartment, and he says, "Oh, Miss Bennett, there's a package for you. I left it in your mailbox in the basement."
Thank you, darling.
Mm,
We'll just
Good
slip
evening.
him a 10 and just
Oh my, this is a
Okay.
lot. Thank you.
grab yourself a good meal, darling. I'm just
Thank you.
leaving it.
Oh, the package. There's one that was a small box. It was rather heavy, and one of them came in a large. I don't know. Was it a guitar case? I had to put that in the maintenance room in the back. Here's the key. Do you mind just leaving it in the drawer here when you're done?
I'll take care of it.
Thank
you,
you, dear.
John.
Thank you. You go down, and when you open your personal mailbox, there is the package there, and it does look like something that would be a lot of books. It does feel like a lot of books and notes and general writings. When you go to the maintenance room in the back, you open up and you see a large guitar case with your name strapped on it, and a padlock. And there's a note on the padlock that just says, "I'm pretty sure you know what to do with this one. No keys."
Yep, I'll just like take the guitar case to my room along with the boxes and
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
build them on my living room.
You are going to go to the living room. You find the books. They're all there, the notes and everything. That's complete. But you don't have the time to read tonight. A little tired. What you do have the time to
I'll
do
check.
is open the guitar case.
Yep, I'm checking inside.
Locksmith.
Mm-hmm.
Locksmith.
God damn it.
Want to try Discord?
Why do I not have the key?
He didn't give you the key because he said that you knew what to do with this.
Bastard. I got a 19.
Hey,
I
pass.
succeeded.
Okay. You open the guitar case, and it is covered in these little red cylinders, about this big. Look like shotgun shells. Lots of them. And inside is a 12 gauge semi-automatic shotgun. And there's a note that has Julius's name on it and signature on the front when you open it. And he says, "Dunno, figured you might have some fun with this." And there's a little winking face on it.
Yep. I'll just like take it out, play with it, check it.
Yep, it is very much easy. It is a 12 gauge automatic shotgun. What that means is you can load, I believe, 5 bullets before having to reload. There's actually 2 of them, and it just says, "And one for your friend."
No, just
I'm
going
assuming you
to
talked to
send
him
it.
about it.
Yeah, I would have told him about. Like, I would give him updates in case something happens to me. But
Yep.
it's just the two of us that's keeping in touch.
There's one for Wonvu, so both of you get like a 12 gauge automatic. And
Yeah, I'm just going to send him a message and say thanks for the new toy. Pool on a pool, hahaha. That's it.
he just says, "One more mention, I'm taking it back."
Okay, fine, you petty piece of shit. Then I'm just going to like tell Wonwu and say, I got a new toy for you. Then I'm going to leave that at that. Leave it at that.
It's
Won-
gonna send her like a row of emoji. Like, no, not just a bunch of question marks. And I'm gonna send okay, and then more question marks.
I'll just send the winky emoji as a reply.
Okay. And
Send more question marks.
this is where we pause and end our story for the night.